Мы сейчас находимся в Лондоне, William Harvey Heart Center. Вот мы беседовали около 2 часов с представителями компании Контакты, которая отвечает за партнерские программы. Доктор Джастин Уотс был нашим собеседником, и мы обсудили очень много проблем, касающихся опыта проведения клинических исследований в Великобритании, опыта работы крупных компаний в этой сфере. Обсудили проблемы и вопросы, которые возникают в ходе клинических исследований, о том, как они организованы в Великобритании, как пациенты и как врачи относятся к процессу клинических исследований, где есть проблемы и как они могут быть преодолены с помощью современных технологических средств и решений. На все эти вопросы была интересная дискуссия, получили достаточно убедительные ответы от нашего партнера. В общем-то, договорились о возможности сотрудничества, их заинтересовало направление, по которому мы идем в достаточно длительное время, создание компьютеризированных систем управления, которые улучшают качество работы в клинических исследованиях, программного обеспечения, которое работает у нас система Investigator и ее модифицированные варианты. В общем, достаточно плодотворная работа специально для Сайт ТВ профессор Игорь Бондаренко из Лондона. Вот так посреди буквально жилого квартала на небольшой площади втиснут этот центр, в котором сегодня мы провели работу. Видите, вот улица обычная, и в нем достаточно плотно расположено лечебное учреждение William Harvey Heart Center.
Parliament Square, the spiritual and political heart of London. A parliament was first convened on this site in 1265, 50 years after the sealing of Magna Carta. The present magnificent buildings by Barry and Pugin were built after a fire in 1834 and comprise the House of Commons and the House of Lords, as well as Big Ben, the most famous clock in the world. Although the name Big Ben actually refers to the enormous bell within the clock tower, weighing just over 13.5 tons. The diameter of each clock face is 22.5 feet, so 2 London buses could comfortably drive through the clock face side by side. In 1859, when the clock first became operational, it took 2 men 32 hours to wind it up. Today it is wound electrically. This is our stop for Big Ben, Parliament Square and Westminster Abbey. Of John Wesley, founder of Methodism. The first public performance of Joseph and his Technicolor Dreamcoat by Andrew Lloyd Webber was seen here, and in 1946 the inaugural meeting of the General Assembly of the United Nations was held here. The UN returned in 1996 as part of their 50th anniversary celebrations. On the left is the magnificent Westminster Abbey. Since the coronation of William the Conqueror in 1066, all British monarchs except Edward V, one of the princes in the Tower, and Edward VIII have been crowned in the Abbey. Prince Charles created history when he became the first child to witness his mother's coronation as sovereign. Many royal weddings have also taken place in the Abbey. Extensive building and renovation took place in the mid-1200s and the late 1400s, but much of what you see was built in the 1700s by Nicholas Hawksmoor. The natural beauty of the Palace of Westminster, more commonly known as the Houses of Parliament. We also passed the most famous clock in the world, Big Ben. The name Big Ben actually refers to the 13.5-ton bell inside the clock tower. Westminster Pier. Please check your brochure or with our staff for the latest information. If you have a few days in London and would like to see one of the Queen's homes, then head to our visitor centre in Trafalgar Square, and they will help you book a day trip to Windsor Castle. It really is worth a visit. This is our stop for Covent Garden, the Aldwych, the London Transport Museum and the British Museum, a short walk along Kingsway. Casting House in Portland Place. Two male statues symbolising Anglo-American friendship flank the portico of Bush House. Over the centre of the portico is the inscription, dedicated to the friendship of English-speaking peoples. On our left is Houghton Street, home to the London School of Economics, whose illustrious past students include John F. Kennedy, Moishe Sharaf, the presidents of India, Kenya, Ghana, Taiwan and Colombia, Prime Ministers of the UK, Italy, Fiji, Greece, Canada and Bulgaria, the Queen of Denmark, the King of Malaysia, and perhaps slightly more surprisingly, Mick Jagger. Christopher's tomb reads, "Reader, if you seek his monument, look around." A clear indication of his pride in this beautiful cathedral. St Paul's is 111 metres, or 365 feet high, a foot for every day of the year. There are 550 steps that will take you to the top of the restoration project. 3 centuries of London grime had made the church black with dirt. Attempts had been made to clean it before, but none so successful as the most recent endeavour. Change, nicknamed the Stealth Corner, a new shopping centre which opened in late 2010. Still under construction, we have the Bishopgate Tower, or Helter Skelter, and also a Richard Rogers design building, already nicknamed the Cheese Grater. Across the river on the right is Canary Wharf, with some of the tallest buildings in this country, Canary Wharf, around the East End district of Stratford. On your left now is one of the most important buildings in the world, the Tower of London. Wherever you're from in the world, ladies and gentlemen, the events that have taken place here have shaped the lives of everyone on this bus. This is London's castle, but it is universally known simply as the Tower. It is Europe's best preserved medieval fortress, and within its concentric walls of fortification, the eventual liberties of the English-speaking peoples were forged, through horror and bloodshed, doggedness and faith. In the very centre is the White Tower, built by William the Conqueror shortly after the Norman conquest of 1066.
нашей беседки.
gentlemen, please keep your belongings with you at all times and report any unattended items or suspicious behavior to a member of staff or police officer. For your safety and security, CCTV is in use throughout.